Hello, everyone. I'm James Milan. Welcome to this DPCD update. DPCD, as I'll bet you know, stands for Department of Planning and Community Development. I bet you also know who I'll be speaking with. Yes, it is Claire Ricker, the director of that department, who the rest of you don't know it, but Claire has shown some patience with us today, and I wanted to thank her in advance for that. Thanks, Claire.
No problem.
Let us get right to the update, of course. As always, plenty to talk about. We're going to hear about the major thing of let us say, feat of the adoption of the town's AmpUp comprehensive plan. We're going to hear about a grant reward for Arlington's 4th electric school bus. There's 2 technical assistance grants to talk about, one to support town electrification and the other, which is an artist live work program. There's 2 new cooling initiatives you'll all be psyched to know to help beat the summer heat. And finally, a recap of several recent community events that brought residents together. For instance, Arlington's soccer watch parties, Go Fish, which we've heard about before, but can always hear more about, and Porchfest. So Claire, lots to talk about as always. Where would you like to start?
Oh, I'd like to start with some very exciting news, which is that the town has officially adopted the Arlington AmpUp Comprehensive Plan update. The update, thank you. The update replaces the 2015 Arlington Master Plan with now the 2026 Comprehensive Plan. The plan was adopted by the Arlington Redevelopment Board at their meeting on May 6th, and then was subsequently given a vote of support by the Select Board and was endorsed by the 2026 annual town meeting at their meetings on May 18th. The new comprehensive plan establishes a shared vision for Arlington's future and provides a renewed framework to guide land use and development decisions, along with a 10-year implementation strategy to achieve that vision. Several recurring themes emerged as priority issues during the plan update process, including, but certainly not limited to, increasing housing options and addressing affordability to a variety of income levels, enhancing our green spaces, tree canopy, parks and native species, strengthening economic vitality and support for local business, improving the pedestrian environment, biking infrastructure and accessibility, creating a strong community culture and quality of life that fosters inclusivity, and ensuring Arlington's ability to deliver high-quality public facilities and services in a fiscally responsible and sustainable manner. The updated comprehensive plan was the culmination of an extraordinary effort by multiple stakeholders, including the AmpUp Comprehensive Plan Update Advisory Committee, DPCD, and other town staff, and so many others in the community who provided their input that led to the development of the plan. Community members can read the updated plan on the town's website.
All right, you mentioned a ton of people there, and for good reason, and such a collective effort, extending into the thousands when you include public input, of course. But I'm just going to stick to this. I'll say to you, congratulations, because this was a huge thing. It means it is the most meaningful idea for the town going forward, or I shouldn't say idea, it's the most meaningful blueprint for the town going forward. So that is its significance. It's hard to overstate. So, and I imagine it has been quite a marathon for you. So congratulations to you. On to the next thing, of course. There's always a next thing. In our case, we are, I know, continuing to expand the electrification of our public vehicles in town. So tell us about that.
Sure. More exciting news. We were awarded $169,000 for an electric school bus, which will be our 4th electric school bus. The grant was funded via the Federal Diesel Emission Reduction Act program, and it is administered by the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection to help get polluting diesel vehicles off the roads. This new bus will bring the total number of electric buses in the Arlington Public Schools bus fleet to 4 of 13 buses. So roughly 30% of our school bus fleet is now electric. The electrification of Arlington's school bus fleet is part of the town's net zero action plan goal of converting to an all-electric municipal vehicle fleet by 2050.
let's stick with the grant theme and talk about the two technical assistance grants I had mentioned at the outset.
Sure, absolutely. We received two Metropolitan Area Planning Council, or MAPC, technical assistance awards totaling $69,000. The first grant is to support a neighborhood electrification partnership between the towns of Arlington and Acton. Arlington and Acton are both fossil fuel-free demonstration communities, meaning that we require new building construction or major renovation projects to be fossil fuel-free or all electric. Both towns have ambitious goals to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. So to help reach these goals, Arlington and Acton together have secured technical assistance funding and will be working with MAPC staff to explore replicable models for neighborhood-wide electrification. The project will include mapping, financial analysis, and community outreach, of course, to kickstart this type of energy transition at the regional level. The second technical assistance grant is for the creation of an Artist Live Work program in Arlington. Arlington will be working with MAPC to create a robust Artist Live Work program. In 2021, people may remember, Arlington Town Meeting approved Artist Live Work as an allowed use in industrial zones. In fact, it is the only type of housing that is permitted in industrial areas. The Artist Live Work program aims to create protected housing and workspaces for artists and creatives who are increasingly displaced from urban areas, and also to develop much needed community gathering spaces for public events, which will address a 15-year decline in those types of spaces. So with MAPC's collaborative expertise and leadership, we hope that Arlington can provide a roadmap for other towns in the region looking to create artist housing as well. And folks can learn more about these programs on the planning section of the town's website.
Thank you. And why mess with the vibe here? We're going on to more good news in that obviously we never stay out of the 80s or even 90s for long in the first months of summer here in Boston. So people will definitely want to know, even if it's relatively good out at the moment, they'll definitely want to know about where they can cool this summer.
Sure, absolutely. So Wicked Cool Mystic, which is a regional municipal vulnerability preparedness, or MVP project we're working on along with Everett, Chelsea, Malden, and the Mystic River Watershed Association, received a grant to plan extreme heat mitigation interventions. And so as part of this project, shade sails were installed last week in Broadway Plaza to provide shade over the plaza benches. In addition to the shade sails, the town will plant a mature shade tree at Spy Pond Park to provide canopy cover for the picnic area, and also misting tents are planned to be available at pop-up events, Department of Recreation programming, and at town events such as Town Day and the Res Beer Garden. We're also working to implement other extreme heat interventions. Last month, the town opened its Cool and Connected grant program, which offered up to $5,000 to help local businesses, nonprofits, and other organizations to create cooling centers and heat relief resources for residents, especially for older adults and low-income families. 3 applications were received, and we're excited to share that Arlington will have 3 new cooling centers opening this summer at Arlington Eats, at St. John's Episcopal Church, and at the Calvary Methodist Church. Programming, entertainment, and amenities will be available at these sites, and hours of operation will be announced soon, so people should keep an eye out for that. These sites will also feature information about climate change impacts and how to stay safe during heat emergencies, as well as information about how to access other social services. And finally, the Cool and Connected program is as much about staying safe and cool as it is about building social connection, because ultimately that's what folks rely on in a crisis. So we're very excited to launch these cooling centers.
That's fantastic. And you know what? We are going to sail right through celebratory news, going right through these last announcements. And that is of several different things recently that have pulled the community together. Take them in any order you'd like.
Sure, absolutely. We have a few events from last weekend to highlight. Hundreds of residents and visitors alike showed up this past weekend to Arlington to the celebration of the Go Fish Community Art Project, the Garage Band event, and the Kick It at the Res event, which was the town's international soccer watch party. It was beautiful weather, and it brought out the community's soccer and music fans on Friday and Saturday. So on Friday, the town hosted watch parties at the Res and at Town Hall to cheer on Arlington native Miles Robinson and the U.S. and other soccer teams. Folks should know that there will be one more scheduled watch party on Friday, the 26th at 3 p.m. at the Res for Norway versus France. And then on Saturday, Arlington's porches and storefronts and streets were filled with the 10th annual Arlington Porchfest. The Arlington Commission for Arts and Culture hosted a celebration of the Go Fish art installation at the Fox Library, which is now covered in colorful painted herring and will be for the next year. Then folks joined the band Lunatic Neighbor at the global service station to wrap up the day's fun events. And I'd like to say thank you very much to the town manager's office, the recreation department, and DPCD staff for their hard work in making these events a reality. And also thank you to APD, to the Arlington Police Department, for all of their assistance and to help in helping to ensure safe events during this past busy weekend.
Well, you said it, Claire. Thanks to all those good folks who helped make all this possible for the rest of us. And we ourselves at ACMi enjoyed being, for the first time, but not for the last, I suspect, a venue for Porchfest. It was super fun here and a great day to celebrate local music and our community. All right, anything you want to add, Claire? It's got to be good news, though. That's the only thing we're doing today.
Nothing more for today. Thank you.
All right. I think you've given us enough. Thank you. I have been speaking with Claire Ricker for the DPCD update. She is the director of our Department of Planning and Community Development, and she joins us regularly to talk about all the things going on. Today was a really nice bunch of stuff to hear about, and enjoy that. Enjoy your summer. For all of us here at ACMi for our Department of Planning and Community Development. I'm James Milan. This has been the DPCD update, and we'll see you next time.